A later side, or not even later, a next step, or another brick in the wall, if you will, of rock evolution is an intellectual movement in rock, taking rock away from the dance floor and writing music that makes people think and makes you question and gives the singers a platform to share a message. The band Pink Floyd does this. Now, their most successful effort, Dark Side of the Moon, is actually one of the best-selling records in world history. That album, Dark Side of the Moon, remained on the Billboard Top 200 charts for 741 consecutive weeks. That's 14 straight years, where every week for 14 years, that album was one of the most bought or played on the radio, one of the top 200 of all other albums. And that's remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. All right, so that's their commercial success, and that's the one. And there's this thing with Dark Side of the Moon where supposedly it lines up with the movie Wizard of Oz. Like if you hit play on the record at the same moment that I think it's that the lion roars for the beginning of the movie, there's all these little coincidences. Like they'll say something right at the same point that you see something very similar on the screen. I've seen this. I have experienced this. Didn't impress me that much. I think the album was better on its own. However, I will say, the people I was hanging with thought it was the coolest thing ever. So, it's a thing. You should at least know about it. The one that is actually significantly more well known, even though it was less financially successful, is their album, and then there's a movie that goes with it, and a movie they made called The Wall. Now, again, we talked about this being intellectual rock, right? This is them making a statement. The Wall is a statement about all the government institutions that are in place that Pink Floyd is saying isn't there to protect you, it's there to control you. And I told you that there's a movie associated with it. It's bizarre, a lot of weird imagery, people and meat grinders, and it makes a statement. I'll just say that. It makes a statement. One of the bricks in the wall is a song that is about school, government-run school. And this I can't believe I'm like teaching a class and I'm going to say this, but the song is, well, at least the lyric that everybody knows is, "We don't need no education," which the grammar nerd in me right there says just the name of the song tells me that you do in fact need an education. If you're going around saying we don't need no education, you need an education. But from the political point of view, what they were getting at, what they were talking about, is the way that schools kind of indoctrinate children. And it's a powerful message. And it's incredible studio work. I mean, you start off with like the sound of this helicopter taking off, because that's part of the movie that goes along with it. So you've got like these sound effects, and then you've got like recordings of kids playing on the playground. And so partway through, the kids come in and sing the main, that We don't need no education. And it's like this creepy little kid, like almost horror movie vibe to it. And yeah, at the end, there's like this principal that gets on his bullhorn, and he's talking about you can't have any meat if you don't eat your pudding, or something like that. And then there's this sound. It was a busy signal on a telephone. I mean, you've probably never actually heard a busy signal on the phone, but when I was a kid, if I was calling a friend and they were already on the phone, it didn't ring through to a second line. It didn't go to voicemail. I heard a busy signal. It was a special tone. Told me the phone was busy. Try again later. They use that in the song. At the end, you'll hear it. So all sorts of cool studio techniques. These guys really, really pushed studio recording even further, and really kind of opened up this genre of rock where you listen to it sitting down, and it made you think rather than getting up on your feet and making you dance. Let's go check it out.